So
Yeah.
do you know other sufferers of maladaptive daydreaming?
Yeah. Not personally, not in real life, but
Mm,
throughout the community, I do have online friends that
okay.
yeah.
Because it sounds to me like your experience of it isn't like wholly negative. It's like you've kind of managed to find like a positive spin on this, let's say, and you've actually sort of acknowledged there that like by acknowledging these daydreams and kind of interacting with them and actually allowing it, it can help you sort of get closer towards leading a normal life. Like, is that true?
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to add more to this point and say maladaptive daydreaming, as of I think last month or something, has been recognized as a behavioral addiction. It's like gambling, because gambling is behavioral addiction. It's like sex addiction. It's like
Mm.
when you have food addiction. It's something that can be managed with enough therapy, with enough support system, and with you intentionally doing or curbing your behavior, you can have once again a normal life. But I think for me and for others like me, the true challenge comes from you can't just turn off your brain. You can't just stop daydreaming. It's something natural that happens to you. So it's scary. It's kind of like, having a food addiction problem. You can't stop eating. So the idea is, how can I still engage in this behavior but also make it healthy and like it doesn't ruin my life?
Yeah, this is the interesting thing that I wanted to, well, one of many things, but
Yeah.
yeah, the first thing I thought of when I was just sitting down thinking about this in general is, yeah, daydreaming just happens. You know, sometimes you just sit there and you don't think of anything and you start daydreaming. It's a sensation we all go through, and it sounds really scary to me to kind of, okay, let's say you're in a scenario where you're at work or maybe you're in school or whatever the case may be, and then you suddenly you're daydreaming, but then it's taking over and you don't have any control over it. Like, what's the kind of process that you're going through as this happens? Like, are you consciously aware of what's going on and you're sort of trying to play like tug of war with it and pull it back, or is it a sort of thing that you sort of embrace and you think, okay, this will last maybe this long, just embrace it and then it'll pass? Like, when it happens, what's your process?
Okay, so I just want to start by saying I am still, for me personally, I'm still in the early stages of my therapy. I
Okay.
haven't, yeah, I haven't, we'll discuss this later, but for now, I haven't, controlled it fully,
Hmm.
so to speak. It's gotten better, but I haven't, I can't just stop it. So, to answer your question, a few weeks ago, this was right before, like, I think a week before I started my therapy. I was having movie night with my family, and we were all watching a movie, and this really interesting scene came on, and there was like amazing music, and like I said, music for me is one of my triggers. So as I was sitting there, I had this daydreaming idea, like a character doing something badass, and I was like, oh, I was so want to act this out, but I couldn't just get up and be like, hold on, I'll come back in 2 to 3, 5 hours, just stay where you are. So I tried to fight it, but I honestly couldn't. I genuinely tried to fight this compulsive urge to just stand up and go to the other room and start fantasizing. But I couldn't. So I actually ended up making an excuse. I was like, I can't, I gotta go. And I ran up to my room, and started engaging in the daydreaming experience. And it felt shitty. Just it felt really shitty. So for me, it's so hard to just control it. If I control it in the day, then I have to daydream in the night. And if I control myself at night when I'm with people or outside, then I have to daydream in the morning. It has to be one or the other. And that's why for me, I was able to have a successful school life, but not a social life. So I would study, get A pluses, all that, clubs, great. But then as soon as school hours is finished, I wouldn't hang out with my friends. I would rarely go outside because I'm stuck at home daydreaming.